It's hardly a surprise to see that Roman Reigns, 95, and John Cena, 93, rank amongst the top main roster members in WWE 2K18. Similarly, it's difficult to argue with AJ Styles getting a 90 rating after the 18 months he's had in WWE. No, the problem starts cropping up when you delve deeper into the list. The thing is, a character doesn't necessarily need a high score to be considered overrated. All they require is a rating that doesn't quite fit with their stock in real-life WWE, or one that only highlights how others have been poorly treated by 2K during development. Let's look at some! I'm Ben from What Culture, and here are the 10 most overrated main roster members in WWE 2K18. Number 10. Curtis Axel, 78. For avoidance of any doubt, that's 78 out of 100, meaning 2K believe Axel is only 22 points away from perfect. Apologies to your dad. Mr. Perfect Boy is towards the lower end of the rating scale, but that's still absurdly high for someone who is, for all intents and purposes, a jobber. Also, what makes Axel 3 full points better than Bo Dallas? His tag team partner was only given a 75 rating. Shouldn't they have been the same, as they're all but identical when backing up The Miz and taking a kicking? To put Axel's rating into perspective, he's 4 better than Enzo Amore, 74, in WWE 2K18, and only 2 fewer than Jason Jordan. Number 9. Apollo Crews, 80. Anyone who witnessed Apollo's work in NXT will know he's talented, but he hasn't really been given the chance to do much since moving to WWE's main roster. Lately, Crews has been hanging around with that dad what kisses his teenage son on the mouth we can only imagine a lot. Is that deserving of an 80 score? We don't think so. Our guess is that Apollo's flying skills are so high that they prop up everything else. But unless 2K have been avoiding WWE TV like the plague, they'd know that he doesn't deserve this rating. Number 8. Heath Slater, 81. The summer of 2016 was so promising for Heath. In a tag team with Rhino, he became one half of the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champs and legit got over with his I Got Kids gimmick. Fast forward to today though, and Slater is cannon fodder on Raw. That hasn't stopped 2K from doling out a generous 81 rating though, and doesn't that seem a bit overpowered? Had Slater been between 75 and 77, 2K might have justified it. 81 is just a bit overboard because it doesn't really relate to what Heath is doing in WWE. Slater is only 2 points behind Dolph Ziggler, for the record. Number 7. Chad Gable, 81. If you missed them at the time, do yourself a favour and flick back through the past few months to see Chad Gable wrestling Kevin Owens and Rusev in top matches on SmackDown. Both bouts showed what the ex-American Alpha Man could do, but nobody would have imagined that he'd end up with a higher rating than his former tag team partner Jason Jordan in 2K18. Jordan's 80 rating is bettered by Gable's 81. This comes as a surprise, especially because WWE revealed Jordan to be Kurt Angle's storyline son, moved him to Raw, and looked to launch a mega push. Whilst that push has admittedly slowed, Jordan is surely considered a bigger star than Gable at this point. Number 6. Big E, 86. Fellow New Day members Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods were handed 85 and 83 ratings by 2K respectively this year. Looking at others on the roster makes this more shocking though. Big E is obviously a fine talent who has excelled as part of the tag team division, but is he really just 2 points worse than Samoa Joe, or 3 behind The Undertaker and Triple H? We understand that E and the New Day in general are a big deal in WWE. They do deserve to have higher ratings than pretty much any tag team going, perhaps with the exception of Cesaro and Sheamus, but 86 feels a bit high for someone who hasn't wrestled outside the tag ranks regularly in years. Number 5. Jinder Mahal, 88. Okay, right. Now, while we understand that 2K18 exists in WWE's kayfabe world, there's no way that Mahal is on the same level as Samoa Joe. Also, he's slimy, veiny, and a badly booked champion, and Shinsuke should be champion, and I hate it all, make it stop! Number 4. Shinsuke Nakamura, 89. Yeah, I know, but we're not criticising Nakamura's in-ring ability here. Going back to that kayfabe, as stupid and frustrating as it is, why is the man consistently coming up short, rated higher than the champ he can't beat? 2K aren't even playing by their own rules here, the ones that we've tried to distill from these nonsense ratings anyway, proving once and for all that these numbers are simply pulled out of their 2K holes. 2K holes. Their arses. Yeah. Number 3. Shane McMahon, 84. The list of stars cool dad Shane McMahon is better than in WWE 2K18 include Bayley, Becky Lynch, Dolph Ziggler, and Luke Harper. The Boy Wonder also shares a rating of 84 with Baron Corbin, Neville, Sami Zayn, and Sasha Banks. Considering Banks has been one of WWE's premier female names for a few years now, and Neville breathed new life into the ailing cruiserweight division, that seems unfair. It's almost like 2K watched some old Shane matches and thought, man, he's good, but times have changed. Shane is older, not a full-time wrestler, and shouldn't be able to handily beat guys like Ziggler and Harper in 2K18. Number 2. Nikki Bella, 85. Let's all just be very thankful that 2K at least had the sense to rank Nikki Bella below Asuka's 87 rating. Meanwhile, Bella shares the same 85 rating as fellow female stars like Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Oh, and she's also apparently better in-ring than Bayley, 83, and Sasha Banks, 84. Really? 2K, you seriously think people won't be miffed that someone who spends much of her time filming faux reality TV show these days is considered more handy a wrestler than two of WWE's best female athletes? Nonsense. Putting it mildly, I've personally never enjoyed Nikki's work, and many would probably agree that knocking a few points off that 85 would be fair. Number 1. Demon Finn Balor, 92. It is cool to see 2K attempt to highlight the differences between Finn Balor the man and Finn Balor the demon this year. As himself, Balor gets a rating of 88. Players as more demonic guys though, and you'll see a boost of 4 points to 92. Whilst a good idea, it is a little much and turns the demon into one of 2K18's most overpowered characters. Looking elsewhere, none other than the Undertaker has a rating of 89 in the game. That makes Balor's demon 3 points more powerful than him, theoretically meaning 2K believe in-game Taker should suffer because of his real-life retirement. It also poses a problem when choosing between regular Balor and the demon. If the demon is 4 points better, then what is there to gain from playing as the regular version? Unless you like leather jackets and an unimpeded abs view, not a thing. And that's our list. Make sure you subscribe to the What Culture Wrestling YouTube channel for more lists like this, and don't forget to visit whatculture.com for daily news and articles. If you want more gaming coverage, then go subscribe to What Culture Gaming, you ninnies. We're waiting for you. I'm Ben from What Culture, and thanks for watching.
Oh, wasn't that something? Don't forget to like, share and subscribe below, and also the people who made this lovely video, they're appearing right here. But if you're thinking to yourself, I want to see more content, Jules, then why not look above my head, as there probably is some. I don't know. I can't see it. Until next time.